Good morning once again. Today this video is going to be my fifth video on the chapter relation and functions. In the last video, if you remember, already we have discussed about equivalent relations. Also at the same time we have practiced so many problems on the basis of that. I hope all of you are practicing regularly, also have got some ideas about it. Today in this video we are going to learn about the new topic, namely as function. Although we have achieved, we got some idea about it in class 11. So, but no issue, again we shall be discussing in detail again. If you remember, what is the meaning of function? So, we can say function is nothing but a special type of relations. Special type of relation means, let us discuss again in detail. For understanding, suppose we are taking two sets A and B. Suppose we are taking two sets A and B. A will contain some elements, also B will contain some elements. Now from A to B we can get so many relations. From A to B we can get so many relations. But among all the relations we can get some special type of relations which will be satisfying these two conditions. So those relations who are satisfying these particular two conditions will be known as a functions. So I am trying to say, to be a function, a relation has to satisfy these two conditions. If by any means they satisfy these two conditions, instantly they will become a function. So that's why I said function is nothing but a special type of relations. It is a special type of relations. So that's why we claimed, if you remember, we claimed in the class 11 that every function is a relation, but every relation is not a function. Because to be a function, a relation has to satisfy these two conditions. Now the question arises, what were the two conditions? If you remember, already I said in class 11, also I am narrating here. The first condition was every element of A has to be mapped with the element of B. No one can escape. Every element of A has to participate in the mapping. So that is the first condition. Again I am saying the first condition. Every element of A has to be mapped with the element of B. No one can escape. That was the first condition. What was the second condition? Every element of A has to be mapped with the unique element of B, not more than one element. If it maps more than one element in B, it will not be a function. So a relation has to satisfy these two conditions to be a function. Then a relation will become a function if it satisfies these two conditions. Understood or not? Now let us take an example of a function. How it is symbolized, how it is defined. Let us look into it. Suppose we are taking two sets A and B. Suppose A containing 5 elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and B containing 9 elements like 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 17, 19 and 21. So A containing 5 elements and B containing 9 elements. Then the function will be generally symbolized by F. It is symbolized by F. Or we can say F such that A to B. It is the general symbol of function. Generally symbolized function by F, G, H like that. But generally we take F more function. F such that A to B. F such that A to B means it is going from A to B set. And defined by here, I have taken F is equal to x square, for example. How it is defined here? F is equal to x square for all x belongs to A. For all x belongs to A means all the values of this x will be coming from A set. That means we have to pick up all the elements of x from A set. That means here x will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It is the given functions. It will be given to you. Now you may be asked, find the domain of f, find the codomain of f, find the range of f. Already we discussed in class 11, if you remember. We got some little ideas about it. So let us discuss again in detail. In the exam, a function may be given to you and you may be asked, find the domain of this function, find the codomain of the function, find the range of the functions. So we solved so many problems on the basis of these questions in class 11, if you remember. Again it will be needed in class 12, because without class 11 we cannot go ahead even. So please try to recall all the things from class 11, especially in this chapter. Now look at here, look at the diagram. If you see here, the function is defined by f is equal to x square, for example, but you can take any examples. Here I am giving the example f is equal to x square for all x belongs to a. That means all the values of x will be coming from set A, right? So x may be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now look at the diagram. If I put x equal to 1 in the function, it becomes f of 1, means 1 square, 1. If I put x equal to 2, then it becomes 2 square, means 4. If I put 3, x equal to 3, it becomes 3 square, 9. So if I put x equal to 4, it becomes 4 square, 16. Similarly, 5 becomes 25. So we can say this one maps to f of 1, means 1. Here 2 maps to f of 2, means 4. 3 maps to f of 3, means 9. 4 maps to f of 4, means 16. And 5 maps to f of 5, 25. So if you look at the set B, in the set B only 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, they are mapped. They are participating in the mapping. Here 17, 19, 21, they are not mapped. They are not participating. These are the extra in B. Understood or not? So if we go in this way, we can say x maps to fx in general in B. So if we go in this way, we can say the element x in A maps to f of x, means like that, f of 1, f of 2, f of 3, like that. X will map to f of x in the set B, namely as y. So from here it is clear all the values of x will be available in the A set. In the similar manner, all the fx, f of 1, f of 2, f of 3, f of 4, f of 5, and so on, and f of x, all the things will be available in the B set, right? So here this fx is called image of x. This fx is called image of x, and conversely we can say this x will be called preimage of fx. Here x is called preimage of fx or y. Now here I am written clearly. It is written clearly. Here fx is called image of x, and conversely we can say x is the preimage of fx. Now if you look at the diagram, 1 maps to f of 1. That means 1. So we can say this f of 1 or 1 is the image of 1. Or conversely we can say this 1 is the preimage of f of 1 or 1. Understood or not? In the similar manner, f of 2 means 4 is the image of 2. And conversely we can say this 2 is the preimage of f of 2 or 4. In a similar manner, f of 3 means 9 is the image of 3, and this 3 will be called preimage of 9, means f of 3. Here f of 4 means 16 is the image of 4, and 4 is the preimage of f of 4, 16. Similarly, here f of 5 means 25, the value is 25, is the image of 5, and conversely we can say this 5 is the preimage of 25, means f of 5. Understood or not? In this way we have to make the mapping. So from here it is clear that all the x will be available where? In the A set. Means all the x means all the premises, or you can say all the inputs will be available in the A set. That means we can say A is the set of all x, the set of all inputs or set of all premises. Can you see or not? Again I am saying here all the x will be available in the A set. Means all the premises will be available in the A set. Or we can say all the inputs, these are called inputs. All the inputs are available in the A set. Then A set is called domain. That means in one word we can say domain is the set of all x. Or we can say domain is the set of all x. Or we can say it is a set of all premises. Or we can say it is a set of all inputs. Understood or not? So we have seen A is the domain set. That means it is a set of all inputs, it is a set of all premises, it is a set of all x values, right? In the similar manner, the set B, it is a set B, it is containing all the elements. If you see in the set B, what is happening here? In the set B, among all the elements 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, they are mapped. The remaining 3 are not mapped. They are not participating in mapping. Here the whole set, the entire set B is called codomain set. Again I am saying, if you look at the set B, what is happening here? Among all the elements here only 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, they are mapped. The remaining 3, 17, 19, 21, they are not even mapped. They are not participating in mapping. These are the extra. But the total set B will be called codomain set. And in the B set B, who are mapped, making a set with them. That means taking 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and making a set with them. It is called range. Understood or not? So in this example we can say the total set A is the domain and the total B set is the codomain set, and the set 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 is the range of codomain set. But here in this case the range is less than codomain set because it is contained in the set B. So for this example the range is less than B. So if I ask about what is the meaning of range, the range is the what? Set of all fx, the set of all images, or you can say the set of all outputs. Again I am saying, if I ask about what is the meaning of range, so instantly you have to remember range is nothing but it is a set of all images, or you can say the set of all fx, the set of all outputs. You can say any one. Everything is understood. So once again here, so what was the meaning of domain? It is the set of all x, or you can say it is the set of all premises, or you can say the set of all inputs. So if you remember the diagram, here in this example the domain is the whole set B, the whole set A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the domain of the set. The entire set B is called codomain set. That means in the given example the entire B is the codomain of the set. And what was the range? It is the set of all fx, or you can say the set of all images, or you can say the set of all outputs. For example, in this example the range of A is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. That means here 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. It is the range of these examples. So it is clearly seen here in this example. In this case, the range is contained in the B set. So you can say for this example, in this example, the range is less than codomain set. But we can get some examples where all the elements of B could be participated. We can get some examples where all the elements of B could be participated. In that case, the codomain of the set will be equal to range. So I am trying to say the range of a set can be equal or less than to its codomain. That's why I have taken a decision that always the range of a function less than or equal to codomain set. I hope all of you have understood the ins and outs of the functions. So I have discussed all the things of functions in the elaborate way, in detail, because you have to be very clear about functions, otherwise you cannot solve even the problems in the exercise. In the next video we shall be discussing about types of functions. There will be 2 types of functions in our syllabus. We shall be discussing in detail in the next video. Please keep on watching, and last of all, I am suggesting you be safe, be healthy, and please stay at the home. Thank you very much.